Okay. Hello, everyone. I first want to say we're excited to get back into camp mode for our football season. I think everyone has seen the news today. Our guys report for camp tomorrow, and we have our first practice on Friday. And I know our team has been doing a very good job of working hard this summer in every capacity that we had to. We've adjusted, to the circumstances as well as we think we could, and we're continuing to improve on that as much as we can. But I know our team wants to get back, practice football, get ready to have an exciting year, and go out there, compete, and play the game the way it's supposed to be played. We've all seen the schedule release, which we're excited to see that. For us as a football team, you couldn't ask for a better opportunity, especially an opportunity to play three of the top elite teams in the country the first 3 weeks. As a player and a coach and a fan, you couldn't ask for a better opportunity to go out and showcase yourself and prove what you're all about. So I think our team is excited for the challenge ahead. We're looking forward to putting in the work. We're looking forward to going out there and trying to play the game as efficiently as we can, but also in an exciting manner, an exciting fashion where we're trying to be aggressive, do some things to help us win, but also have fun playing the game. So we're hopeful that during camp, everyone can stay as safe as we possibly can, and we've got numerous methods and protocols to try to help and assist in that aspect. And we feel good here over at our facility. We've got a good plan together, and we're ready to get things underway. So from there, I'll open it up to some questions. Lorenzo Neal, from an injury standpoint, has worked extremely hard to get back to health. We feel good. He's been cleared by the doctors, so he's back working out with us. I know he's looking forward to having a great senior season here at Purdue. He has the opportunity to play as good as he wants to. If we can keep him healthy and get him in great shape. But I know he's eager to get on the field and eager to get back there and prove his worth, which we're hopeful that he can really make a difference for us. Yes, Lorenzo should be starting practice on Friday. We're excited about all of our new additions. I think every year is different, and every year you've got to try to improve your team and your roster and make sure that you're putting the best student athletes you can on the field to help your team win. And right now we were able to add Tyler Coyle at the safety/linebacker nickel position. He's got a ton of experience. He's played a lot of football. From what we've seen so far, we're very hopeful that he can have a very productive year and really help our defense, not only in his play on the field, but his leadership skills and the veteran aspect that he brings to the game. So we're excited about Tyler. At the offensive line position, we've added Greg Long from Texas El Paso, who had to finish some schoolwork and got here not too long ago, but he's athletic. He's got to continue to get in better shape, but he's played a lot of football. Was injured a little bit throughout his career. At this point, he's healthy, but he does give us a veteran offensive lineman with athletic skills that we just got to continue to develop and get him acquainted to our system and our terminology and get him in the best shape we can, because physically we think he can help us. And then we've added Austin Burton at quarterback, a guy who's played a lot of football. He comes from a football family. I think he's a hard worker. Really, he's just kind of getting here. He graduated, maybe late July here, and had to finish some coursework. He will have 2 years of eligibility. We think he is an athletic quarterback who studies the game. He can throw the football. He's got good savvy, and we're looking forward to get him on the field. We really haven't seen him in any workouts yet, just because he just arrived. But he's a great young man from a great family, and I know he'll be a competitor. Well, I know Coach Brian Brohm has done a great job of getting all of our quarterbacks up to speed. We've probably had more time to meet than we normally would in a normal year with the situation that has been over the past 4 months. I know he'll be up to speed on that. Now, as far as seeing that transfer over to the field, I haven't had the opportunity to see that yet. We're hopeful and optimistic that he'll be able to make that transition due to the fact that he has played some football. But until we actually see him out there working with our guys, throwing to our receivers, I get a true feel of where he's at. But we're we're excited about him, and I think he brings an element of athleticism that maybe we don't have, and then we've just got to get him up to speed where he can compete with our other guys who we feel good about where they're at. Jack Plummer and Aiden O'Connell have done some good things. They have gotten healthy. They work extremely hard. They're very valuable to this team, and we feel like in general we have strengthened the quarterback position to make sure that whoever plays, there are other options as well for whatever reason or whatever comes up. And we're also excited about adding Michael Elamo to the roster. He'll be a true freshman from New Jersey who I think has a lot of potential. Rondell is currently at 1,000%. He's looked great like he always has. He's feeling good. He's worked extremely hard in the offseason. I mean, he's on a mission. And that's the way he's been. So, of course, we have to keep him healthy as much as we can. But as far as a worker and as someone who puts in the time, who wants to be great, who does everything right, everything we ask, and has his goals very lofty, and he wants to go out there and prove himself every time he steps on the field. So we're excited to get him back full speed, and he's a great teammate just because all of our guys know that he's going to bring it every practice. He's going to bring it every time on the playing field. He leads by example, and it's our job to make sure we utilize him the right way. We've had multiple meetings with our players throughout this and their parents, and we've been as transparent as we possibly can. Sometimes we don't know all the answers, but we give all the information we have so that all of our guys to make the best decision they possibly can. Their health and safety comes first, and that will always be the case. We want to make sure we do our part. So as far as the things we're doing over at our facility, it's been meeting after meeting after meeting, from the athletic director all the way down to try to do it the right way. And I think we've done a pretty daggone good job to this point, and we'll continue to work hard at it and make sure that we provide a safe atmosphere where they can go to work. When they leave the facility, we can preach and talk all we want, but they're on their own a little bit, so they have to monitor that themselves and make sure they're very careful. And of course, we can talk about it, but in the end, they have to do the right thing, because sometimes, maybe not sometimes, a lot of times that's where some of the issues come up with this virus. But I think we've put in as many protocols as we can to help and spread things out. We'll continue to do that. We'll continue to make adjustments along the way if we get better advice. But our medical team and the people above them have done a great job, and I think our players feel that they have a safe place to play here. And when it comes to playing, they all have the option to do what's best for them. So if that's playing football, great. If it's not, and they have reasons for that, we want to support them in that as well. So right now, really, we have not, and we're getting ready to start tomorrow with meetings and practice on Friday. Well, there's a lot of things to improve upon. I think this off season we spent a ton of time trying to develop our running game and make sure that we've studied ourselves, studied others, and make sure that that's something that we can improve upon. I think it would help our team to find ways to run the ball more efficiently, to utilize the talent we have. And sometimes that doesn't mean we have to be the number one running team in the country, but we have to get better at that. And I think when you do that, it takes pressure off of the quarterback in the passing game and the offensive line to a certain degree. So we've worked hard at that. We'll continue to work through that in camp. That has been a priority and that has been a goal. At the same time, we still want to be explosive, but that's going to be critical that we carry over all the things we've studied, because it's been deliberate and it's been extensive, and we want to make sure that we're doing our part as coaches to help improve upon that running game to help our team succeed. So that's been very important. Developing our offensive line and making sure that the young guys we have are continuing to improve and get stronger and learn the system and continue to improve their athleticism. I think there are more offensive linemen ready now to play than we've had in the past. So, of course, certain guys got to step up and emerge and become, leaders on the offensive line. But I feel like there's more competition there to help us improve in that area. And then, of course, on defense, we have to get better overall. And we've made some changes. And, I think we have a capable defense. We have some key components coming back, key guys coming back from injury. I think we have more experience. I want us to have a great defense. I think any team that plays well has to have great defense, and I know Coach Diaco and his staff have done a great job of working hard to try to put together the best plan, and we've got to make sure that we carry it over, and that's about working hard, but getting turnovers, eliminating big plays, getting off the field on third downs, finding ways to get stops. All those things have to happen, but I feel like we've worked hard to try to get to that point. So that's going to have to improve for us. And then special teams, it's about getting an advantage. I don't know if last year we got an advantage. That area can't beat you. You can't allow it to beat you. And then you have to find a way to get an edge. So we're going to work hard to do that. I think there are a few more people in the return game that we can utilize now, but we also have to have the skilled athletes in front to carry out those schemes so that we can create some room for big plays to happen. So it's been an extensive study, and we've worked hard at it, but there's a lot of areas we got to improve upon, but those are the main ones. Well, number 5, George has looked outstanding. He's very similar to Rondell. He puts in the work. He's self-made. He does everything he asks times 10. He gets in extra work. He wants to be great. All we really just kind of do is steer him in the right direction because he can do the rest. So we're excited about him. Of course, the key is keeping him healthy, but he's got a tremendous future. He's a great teammate. I think he'll have even be a better leader this year, but he leads by example, and we're excited to see him on the field. We've got to get better around him so that can even utilize his skills even better, but he's been outstanding, and right now he's extremely healthy, and he's ready to go, and he looks great. Well, as you guys know, the last 4 or 5 months, I think we've all learned a lot, whether it's been COVID issues or social issues. I think it's important that we all listen, we get all the information we can, and we make the best decision for each individual. And sometimes you may not know the perfect answer, but you do right by all. And I think when it comes to the virus and how it affects everyone, you don't know truly how that's going to be. We've had cases here that have happened to us. I think we've handled it well. We've had a great plan. To this point, guys have been able to recover and come back, and that's just probably going to continue to happen for a while until we possibly get a vaccine. So we're going to have to make sure we can continue to do that. But I think we've got a great medical team that, every step along the way we have it mapped out, and through contact tracing, we make sure we take care of all the others that have come in contact with them. But all the little things we can do in our building, all the little things we can do on our own. As you know, it affects everyone, not just football players, everyone in the world right now. And you got to be careful. And now's not a time to maybe have the full gatherings and parties that you want to. You've got to be smart. We've got to get through this COVID situation. All of us do. We've got to do our part, whether it's wear a mask or keep social distance or stay away from big crowds for a while. We have to do it unless the situation where we know we're protected. So everyone has to do their part. No one has all the perfect answers. I think as long as we all work together and take care of each other and are as transparent as we possibly can, good things will eventually happen.